JCPS decided to do away with school resource officers and create its own security force. But then the pandemic hit and those plans got put on hold. Brooke sat down with the superintendent to find out where we are heading into this new school year.
I think school districts all across America right now are wrestling with school resource officers.
They've worked alongside students and staff for years, forming relationships, hoping it would bring up safety concerns before they became a reality. But over the last few years and lots of talk of police reform, more people have weighed in on the pros and cons of an SRO.
Some of our cities that had their own security or police forces over the past 12 to 15 months have actually pulled them out.
JCPS cut ties with their SROs back in 2019, who were contracted through different police agencies across Louisville.
There was no real clear reasoning as to where they were put. It was based upon the individual police agency where they were put in which schools. So there wasn't a systemic way of looking at it.
At the time, the district had only staffed about 28 schools with security out of the district's 155.
The vast majority of our schools have never had SROs before.
But in 2019, Kentucky made it law to have an officer in every school, and by 2020 required them to be armed. But there was no funding to make it happen, and JCPS already had a plan to create its own in-house security force. 19 officers would carry a handgun, but could only use their weapon if they believed they're defending a human life. They'd also carry a taser, handcuffs, and a baton, and stay away from the typical police uniform. Each year, the security officers would also undergo 100 hours of training on topics including diversity awareness, de-escalation tactics, and youth mental health.
Our goal is to educate students, have a sense of belonging and not harm students. So we're working to really find a balance on that.
But there's no clear timeline on when this plan will get the green light.
A big part of major change is getting community feedback. We have not had the opportunity to do that because of the pandemic.
A topic sure to take priority during school board discussions this year as schools return to full capacity. In Louisville, Brooke Hash, WHAS 11 News.